All right, Renee, we got some power rankings. The thing
Yes.
that means absolutely nothing, but when your team is good, it's always fun to see where they come in. You have a roundup of some power rankings here around baseball, and I haven't seen these, but I am fully expecting the Phillies have a good shot at one,
Okay.
but are definitely top 3 in everything.
Okay.
So it means nothing. Let us preface that.
Ooh.
But it's cool when your team is good. So where are we at?
All right, so I'm going to start with the ones that CBS put out because everybody's having their weekly power rankings, of course. Now, CBS has, I'm going to start with number 8 and work my way back because I didn't copy 9 and 10 on here. They've got the Milwaukee Brewers. Then they've got the Chicago Cubs. They have the Yankees at number 6, the Guardians at number 5, Braves at 4, Dodgers at 3, Phillies at 2, and Orioles at number 1.
Okay, CBS.
Yes.
We hear you. We see you.
Yes. Now,
Craig Kimbrell has blown 4 saves for the Orioles.
they're still number 1 with a nice 11-4 road record. They also, I don't know, they've actually moved up 4 spots for CBS.
Mm-hmm. All right.
The Phillies also moved up 2. Now,
I can live with 2.
Yeah, 2 solid for the Phillies. Now, ESPN also dropped theirs as well, starting with number 10, the Milwaukee Brewers. Number 9, the Twins, whose winning
the Brewers,
streak was...
you say? You mean the game we're going to be giving out tickets to on Friday night at Manhattan Brew Pub?
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
The Twins, who just had their 12-game winning streak snapped.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
The Cubs, who have been off to a
Cubs
solid
are on
start
a
behind
tear.
Showtime and Naga. Number 7, the Texas Rangers, who need to do a little bit better because of my fantasy team. I had already mentioned it, so I figured I might as well,
Can we start going into negative days? Like where she has to build back credit to 0?
-1 days since Renee last mentioned her
I
team.
think that deserves a -1.
Okay. No, we're not making up new rules. Jose Ramirez and the Cleveland Guardians at number 6. Number 5, the Yankees, behind Juan Soto and Aaron Judge's tear that they're off to. The Braves at number 4. The Orioles at number 3. The Phillies at number 2. And the Dodgers at number 1. So a consistent for both. The Phillies are number 2 in both rankings. The Dodgers and Orioles are flip-flopped between 1 and 3.
The Dodgers are really good. Their team OPS, I don't know if you can look that up real quick, Tyler. I think I saw it the other day. Like their team OPS is like mind-boggling.
Yeah.
They're very good. But come playoff time, it doesn't matter because they suck. All right.
As a team,
yeah.
they have an OPS
like 930 or something?
808.
808
wow.
as a team?
The second highest is a tie between the Baltimore Orioles and the Phillies at 750.
808.
The lowest OPS in baseball belongs to the Chicago White Sox at 597.
Hashtag free herb.
Wow.
Free herb. We feel for you.
Yeah, the Dodgers offensively lead the league in OPS. In slugging, obviously that means they're going to be at the top of
I don't see
on
you,
base
Oz. I
as
need
well.
to see you to hear you.
Where are
I'm
you,
trying to do a
Tyler?
lot of things at once here,
There
guys.
he is.
They lead the league in batting average at 270. They also, I believe, lead the league in walks at 167. They lead the league in RBIs at 207. I think they are second in the league in hits. Oh, nope. Now they're first in the league in hits at 360. They jumped the Padres, who were 3. I knew the Padres were pretty high up there. They're first in the league in runs. They're the first team to 200 runs this year.
Jeez.
I mean, like offensively, they've just been just boat racing teams.
Yeah.
They are. They've been
and we saw
insane.
the MLB Savant chart of Shohei Ohtani the other day. Nearly everything was
99,
100 or 99, and that dude is really just a freak. All right, do we have
He
more
is,
power
but
rankings?
there's...
Does
yeah,
anybody
we can
have the balls to put the Phillies 1?
I think we should make our power rankings. Let's make ours. Listen, it's... Number 2 is not a bad spot, but the Phillies, and I know Khalil Wilson's jumping in the chat saying exactly what I was going to say. The Phillies do have the best record in the league next to the Dodgers and Yankees. These rankings are interesting because nobody has the guts to go ahead and put the Phillies at number 1. And I get it. You have Shohei Ohtani, who's been smashing balls out the ballpark. Obviously, Mookie and Freddie are doing exactly what you expected. Then you have guys like Tyler Glasnow and Walker Buehler, who have been pitching fantastic. Buehler in his return came back. And so, listen, I get it that right now it's flashy what the Dodgers are doing. And even the Orioles, I was a little bit surprised with the CBS rankings that they had them over the Phillies.
Cowards.
Because I actually feel like, especially between the blown saves, and it seems like the Orioles dipped. If you want to talk about results, they did lose a series to the Oakland A's.
Okay. Thank you, Craig Kimball.
You know, I'm a little surprised by that. Although they started off really strong, and Corbin Burns has a 2.83 ERA through 7 starts. Pretty surprised by that. The Braves, I think, are where I actually feel like the Braves should be lower than the Yankees. I know it's been just a week that the Yankees have kind of had a fall from grace, but I feel like when you look at the last couple series for the Braves, they've flatlined a little bit and have been, obviously you get swept by the Dodgers, and then the series before that,
some other guys, the Braves, look, Acuna is not being Acuna as of yet. I think that'll come. Matt Olson is hitting 200.
Yeah.
Like his on base is only 313. He only has 3 homers. Like they are not.
He's on
they
a
are not
drought.
who they were last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll get into Chris Sale in a little bit because they're war criminals. But offensively, the Braves are not what they were last year. I think these guys. I saw an interesting conversation about Matt Olson. Either was in our Discord or on Twitter about how he, overperformed last year. That he basically was a career 250 hitter, and last year just went kind of nuts and hit 283 with a 389 on base. Now he's back around 200. So he's probably going to find his mean, which is like a 245 to 250 hitter, not what you saw last year, which you went, oh my God, they just stole this guy who's going to be a perennial MVP. Still a great player, but they're coming back to earth in some regard.
Yeah, I mean, you have Matt Olson who's struggling to hit home runs. Jared Kelenic
he hit his first the other night. He was a game
has
winner.
Been struggling. But the Braves actually, one thing that unfortunately I did read, the Braves are actually right on track for how they were last year
in terms of wins,
in terms of their offensive production. So last year in April and May, that was the worst offensive production for the Braves, and then obviously they finished out the regular season and exploded and were pretty good.
And that's the thing, guys.
So
like
that's
Cody
the
Clemens has as much
part.
Offensive production as Ronald Acuna right now. So basically,
Yeah.
ergo, Cody Clemens is better than Ronald Acuna Jr. Tyler, your thoughts?
The Braves right now are still like you could say, hey, they're faltering.
Yeah, Marcell Ozuna's cheating.
They're faltering a little bit compared to last year, which was a historically literally maybe the best offensive year ever.
I'm not saying they stink. I'm just saying they're not what they were last year.
Even with all of that, they are still 3rd in the league in doubles. They are 11th in the league in RBI, but to get to 8th, they need 3. So you can jump up very, very quickly in that one. In terms of batting average, they're 5th in the league with a team 257 average. They are tied with the Phillies for a 257 average. OBP is right there as well. They're 6th in the league in OBP. They are 3rd in the league in slugging. Like, you could say that this is a dip year with quotes because...
No, I'm just talking about Acuna and Olsen right now.
Statistically speaking, it is, right? Compared to the insane, run they went on last year. But, like, Renee, like you said, they're basically right there.
They sadly are.
Explain Marcell Ozuna to me. He has 12 home runs.
He's Ozuna from the Braves.
315 batting average, and almost 400 on base, and an OPS plus of 191. How? Why?
Because he's on my fantasy team.
Because he's cheating.
Because he's hitting well.
And he needs those
Everything
points
doesn't have to be cheating.
Sure it does. I was a baseball fan in the 90s. Everything is cheating.
When in doubt, guys are cheating. Listen, I think for me, before we move along, I think my top 5, because I think, 6 to 10 can vary. Teams like the Guardians, the Twins, the Rangers, the Brewers, they're absolutely in that mix of that 6 to 10 group. But for me, it feels like number 5, as of today, as of this moment, we're just going off of recent results. I would put the Braves at number 5. I would go number 4 would probably be the Orioles
are top 3. To me, it's Dodgers, Phillies, Orioles are the top 3. Kind of however you slot them is.
Okay. I was going to say I would probably go Braves.
I think that Braves and Yankees. I kind of want to put
the Orioles at number 4, but I could see Yankees at number 4, Orioles at number 3. I'm going to go Dodgers at 2 and Phillies at 1. I don't care how many. Listen, Home runs are fun. I'd love to see it. Shohei Ohtani's had 3 straight games of home runs at this point. He's playing phenomenal. The Dodgers look incredible. But at the end of the day, the Phillies are the team that, even without Trey Turner, and I'm just having deja vu, that's so weird, continues to be at the top.
About what? A power rankings conversation?
About this conversation. Yeah, that's so weird.
Huh.
That's so bizarre.
I think that's a fair top 5. I think those top 3 are flexible, and then it's Braves and Yankees. I think it's a really good top 5, and I think it's fair.
I just feel like at the end of the day, the reason why a team like the Dodgers gets put ahead of the Phillies is because of the fact that they're more flashy right now. They're more exciting. They're popping off the paper. Obviously, their records are right there on par because they both have 26 wins. The Dodgers have 13 losses to the Phillies 12. So winning percentage, their records, even their performance the last 10 games, both teams have won 8 out of their last 10. They're both on a nice winning skid. They're both playing really well. So it is a toss-up 1 and 2. I would not have the Orioles at number 1, so I disagree with CBS on that.
The CBS drunk on,
but
drunk on
I do think that you can make a case for the Phillies to be number 1, especially with how well their starting pitching has been. That's been top of the league. And then the reality is they've been the first to get to 20 wins, first to 25 wins. They've been leading the league and leading the charge in a number of ways. And I'm not just saying that being biased as the fact that we're on the Phillies show, but I think number 2 is simply because people are scared to put them at number 1 and admit that the Phillies are right now best in baseball.